Welcome back to another awesome video of the Careful Boys.
Very, very careful.
Watch it.
Speaking about careful, what was the scariest moment of y'all's lives? Scariest moment.
One of my scariest was sophomore year. Sophomore year in high school. And it was in the quest of the puss. And my girlfriend at the time lived, I think, 3 main intersections away from where I live. So that's like Carmenita and South Street, if you're familiar with
Specific streets.
Guitar or Sam Ash.
Yeah. And so like the way we would meet up would be in the middle of the night. I would ride my bike to her house and we kick it. And so one of the nights I was just riding my bike over there and I'd park it like a street away. And also the funny thing is her older brother was in the rival gang. So there was
Romeo and Juliet.
That's why
side story.
That's why we didn't kick it. That's why we didn't really kick it on campus. I remember now. So that's why we didn't kick it on campus.
Wow, that's passionate.
So I would
Fucking Romeo and Juliet.
So I'd park it a block away, and then this one night I just had like a beanie on because it was cold, whatever. And then I would climb on the fence, and then she would open her window, and I would go inside.
Oh wow.
And for some reason, I don't know like who spotted me, but I guess the neighbor called the cops because they saw a burglary happening. So while we were making out, all of a sudden you hear doom 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 in the front door, and they're like people would step aside. We have like reasonable doubt or whatever that your house been burglarized or might be, and you just hear the mom scream like, sheepseki, whatever. Like the mom was screaming and the dad was screaming, and then so they're like, they came into the door and they're banging on her door. They're like, wake up, there could be a robber in the house. And then I was like, oh shit, I didn't know where else to go because you could also see flashlights coming in from where the window I came into the house. So the cops are already securing the perimeter while going through the house. So I had no fucking where to go. And my heart was going, I'm like, fuck, where the fuck do I hide? I fucking open her closet. I'm like, why the fuck, there's so many goddamn clothes in here? So what I ended up doing is, here's her window and here's her bed. I laid, like, I stuffed myself into the corner like this. And I tried to put like the blankets over or whatever. And then her mom finally opened the door, she lets her in, and she goes, are you okay? And she's like looking around, and it's dark, no one turned the lights on. And when she walked over here to look out the window, I could see her through my face. And I'm like, holy fuck, if you look down right now, I'm fucking dead. I'm like, don't look down.
You didn't cover your face?
No, I did, but I have it like this, so I can see.
But there's a nose print.
So I can see. Oh shit. And it was cool, like she didn't see me. And then the cops left, but my heart, I felt like it jumped out of my fucking chest.
That's pretty scary.
I was like,
That's out of a movie.
I was gonna get caught so many ways, you know,
Must
like
have been dope sex right after that.
Yeah, dude.
we didn't have sex. We're so young. And then
Sick, bro.
no, just had like just mad dry humping.
Hell
you know?
yeah,
Just
dude.
Dry humping and making out?
Over the pants stuff.
Yeah, it was like her parents would have caught, probably would have whipped my ass. Her brother, who's older, probably would have whipped my ass. The cops probably would have whipped my ass, and it took me home, and it came my ass whooped over there again.
Damn.
I got fucked.
Ass whooping tour.
That was pretty good. That was a good story.
Wow.
I was nervous the whole time too while you were telling me.
I love that.
I gotta see what's going on, you know? Like, oh, fuck. But what's up with all these fucking church dresses? Dang.
I think the scariest moment for me was, so when I was younger, I must have been like 7 or 8. When I was living in Arizona, we were living in North Phoenix, and my mom had a stalker. So like he followed her a couple houses that we lived at, to the point like, you know, he was like, you know, taking pictures of her and all this type of stuff, and you know, she called the cops on him, had a restraining order on him, all that type of stuff.
Dang.
So we moved to North Phoenix, and she was single because my parents have been divorced since I was like 2 or whatever.
Is your mom pretty fine?
Yeah. I'd say so. Especially when she was younger. I mean, yeah, a lot of guys, like, you know, she's super pretty.
So ain't nobody stalking my mom.
Yeah, and she's still young. My mom's only 50 years old, so I mean, she was young when she had us, and so, you know, she lived by herself. It was just me and my 2 brothers, so we had like a huge alarm system on our house and all that type of stuff. But I just remember one night waking up like super fast and just hearing the alarms like blaring and yeah, I still remember
Thanks for
perfectly
bringing back the
because
trauma.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, please don't do that. We had two bunk beds, and I was on the bottom, so like I got up real quick and I opened my door, and had seen my mom's door already open, and I seen her like kind of standing like kind of like shook, and I like walked out because we had the walkway and then the stairs led down, and I walked out and I looked down and there was a guy standing there, and he like looked at me and then just sprinted out of the front door. And I was just like, and then my mom screamed, "Get in your room!" And she ran, grabbed me. We ran into the room. She slammed the door, locked the door, called the police, and
Was that the stalker or was that
yeah.
the
So
burglar?
they say they never like really caught him, but they believe that it was the stalker guy. So like, yeah.
Did somebody actually steal stuff or
no, it all happened pretty quick. I think the alarm scared him, but when I went out there, the fool was just standing right in the middle. And then you saw
Oh,
him.
that means if his intention wasn't robbery, his intention was.
Yeah, so.
Oh man.
That shit was scary. So like growing up, like anytime I woke up, just like to go to the bathroom or something like that, I would always walk out and be like, "Fuck! Hopefully no one's in this fucking house."
Oh, so traumatizing.
Did your mom ever tell you how she got a stalker? Like how this happened?
No, but my mom, like her mom was also single too, and like my grandma would date like. You know, from the stories I hear, they didn't date the best guys, so they kind of got involved with like a lot of bad people. Like there was one point too where she had another stalker, so they had some people, I think it was from either Chicago or here when they grew up out here. You know, my mom had stuff happen to her from one of these guys, so she let people know and they got in trouble. But then when they got out, they were threatening to kill her. So they were like trying to chase my mom and stuff like that. So that's why they moved around a lot. So they moved to Arizona. Those guys followed them. They got caught in Arizona and they got arrested, sent back to jail back. I forgot.
That's a lot of motivation to move a whole ass fucking city just for one person.
Yeah, so.
Damn.
Would it be insensitive to be like, we need to see a photo of your younger mom so we can understand their
I mean,
motive?
I could show you guys. My mom was
Asking
pretty.
for a friend.
Yeah,
Joe.
I'll show you guys.
I'm asking for myself.
It's like how? Because this happens to celebrities. This happens to OnlyFans girls or just whatever. Like even YouTube girls, right? Like they get so obsessed with them that they'll follow them throughout every fucking city. They'll burn so much money just to be like in their presence.
That's crazy.
But that shit was like, even like when I talk about it, I start shaking a little bit because I was fucking like terrified. I remember it, and
I
like
got
just
you, dude.
growing up, I was just like fucking just trying to go to the bathroom or something. I remember we had this toy chest, and like it's like a joke now. We make a joke about it, but in that same house, we had a toy chest in their closet. I was so scared to go pee in the bathroom. I would just pee in the toy chest. Just go
I mean,
back.
that's traumatizing, bro. What the fuck? Hey, dude, come on. You didn't grow up with a dad?
No, I did, but they were always separated. So my dad.
I mean, like in the house.
Oh no.
That plays a big role. If you have a man in the house, you feel a little more
At the
protected.
time, my mom was single, so yeah, it was just her, and then our three brothers. We all had rooms upstairs, but yeah, that shit was crazy. But that was probably the scariest moment of my whole entire life. 'Cause
That's fucking crazy.
Does it affect you till this day? Like when you, is it still a little hint? Like if
it's
you walk in
weird
the dark-
because like when I talk about it, I still shake a little bit because
I
like
kinda
it
got
was
the chills
so
when
it
you
was
were
so
talking about it
scary.
right
Not really though. Like nowadays, I'm like I'll fuck someone up like if they're in my house. So it's like, you know, I got trained by Nicholas the Ear. So
So you're gonna get beat up, bro. You're gonna get knocked out, dog.
Hump that dude to death.
But no, like it did for a while. I think once I started getting a little older and I was just like more confident, just like, oh, if someone walked in here, and then like obviously growing up, at my dad's house, my mom's house, we started having, when she got remarried, there was like more guys in the house, and me and my brothers were older, so it's just like, you know, we could defend ourselves. But at that point, I was like, I think I was 7 or 8. My brother Michael was 9, and my older brother was 11. So it's like, if we were gonna try to fight a grown-ass man, it wouldn't have went well for us.
3 ninjas, dude.
Yeah.
True.
This is so good. Give me that.
That is a crazy fucking story.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of ninjas, so were there Ninja Turtles in the toy chest?
We were huge fans. I was a huge Michelangelo fan. My older brother was Raphael.
Turned him into fucking Leonardo, dude.
We always bring that up because I used to straight up just pee in our toy chest.
Can I ask you more questions about the toy chest?
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by this.
It was a big black one that had like this cool like like beige lining around it, but it had like a huge lock on the front. But it was like leather. It was weird.
How often would you pee in like that?
Hey guys, today's video is brought to you by Curology. So Curology is pretty freaking awesome because they made skincare not only easy but super duper accessible for me. All of my male years of living on this earth, I was never introduced to skincare, and you know, it's not something that guys did just growing up, right? And even if I went to like the pharmacy or whatever and I checked out all the different things that was there to wash my face, put lotion on or whatever, I didn't even know where to start. I didn't even know what I needed. And it was just so intimidating. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use bar soap or just rinse my face.
One of the sickest things about them is you go online and you can fill out a quiz, right? And you can tell them what your goals are. Like, let's say you got acne, you got clogged pores, dark spots, fine lines, whatever. You take this quiz, and if you're a good fit, they give you a licensed dermatology provider gives you a custom kit to help you achieve your goals.
And this is what it looks like, or at least for my kit, this is what comes in. I've been, you know, using their products for like the last 2 years now. And what I have is this moisturizer to keep my face moisturized. And if you live in dry climates like California or Las Vegas and Nevada, it's very nice. I have a custom, I took out the survey and it even has my name on it, Jitsukawa, right here. And it has a formula of my needs. I don't want to be a grandpa face, okay? I got oily skin and dry skin, and I don't want any of the wrinkles. So they got me this, and I have a face wash. So they made it super easy for me, and they ship it straight to my door, and it makes it as easy as a 1-2 free, you know?
So if you want to check it out, go to Curology.com/offtherecord because they got a super cool deal. For only $5 for the shipping and handling, you get a free 30-day trial. So you get to try it out for a whole month for 30 days. All you gotta go to is Curology.com, which is CUROLOGY.com/offtherecord to get a free 30-day trial. All you have to do is pay $5 for the shipping and handling, and you can cancel at any time, and your prescription is subject to the consultation. Check it out.
Oh, until that toy chest was gone.
Did you clean it out?
Yeah. So,
Wow.
So what did it smell like? Did your mom ever like confront you about this?
No, she didn't know until I was like 25.
Oh, really?
It didn't just stink
Kids
up the
just smell like piss though.
Yeah.
You just kept it under wraps, huh?
I just kept it under wraps.
That's what I'm more impressed with. Like, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, you didn't have the decency to dump that shit out in the morning. You just let it fucking evaporate into your toys.
I had school the next morning.
That's cool. What if you wanted to play with Leonardo? You just dealt with the piss stain on it?
Yeah. I think it would dry up by then, so I just didn't even say.
Oh, it is Arizona.
Yeah.
But I just dried up by the
It
morning.
dries up before it hits the chest.
As a kid, I didn't want to tell everybody like, oh, I'm so scared to go to the bathroom and shit. So I was
Just
just
something
like,
you realize as you're older.
yeah. so
Did you
I
ever
just-
get a gun or guns when you got older?
My mom hated guns, so she never had them. She still to this day hates them.
She should reconsider that.
My dad has guns, so every time we're at his house, which was also another scary thing because like our room, like we had my two brothers, we all shared a room, and it was downstairs right by the front door, and there's this huge ass window. So, and like, you know, at the time when we were younger, the neighborhood was bad. Like we had just had this kid killed in a little like well down right by our house, and just a bunch of shit. I think I might have told you guys a story or something, but like I went outside and they were chasing somebody and the helicopter shined the light on me. So I just like froze and it was on there, and then over the intercom, get back in your house. And I was like, oh fuck. I ran back into the house, but so that was also scary too. But my dad did have guns, so that was always kind of like a little, all right, at least if someone breaks in here, at least, you know, he's gonna pop off. And then we also my dad had big dogs. My mom always got Boston Terriers, which I mean, you just pick that little.
Big dogs will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that was definitely scary, and it affected me for a while.
Damn.
But then, yeah, got older,
Started using toilets.
started using toilets. But it was crazy. I was so terrified because like I still remember it clear as day. Like when you walk out of the room, the bathroom was like right where you guys are at. But I was too scared to, because I didn't want to walk out and like say there's like a guy waiting or some shit like that. So
That shit's real,
it
bro.
was scary for a while.
No one even robbed me as a kid, but I remember in 2nd or 3rd grade, I was just scared of the dark. And my grandpa would always buy me like these Chinese kung fu swords when I was a kid.
Hell yeah.
And so I would like, when I had to pee, I would take it out into the bathroom and just like stick it in the empty bathroom, just go like this.
Who's in there? Who's in there?
And then I would like turn on the light.
What if you turn on your light and your mom's all cut up?
And then I would stick it behind the bath curtain, you know? I'm like,
I used to do, when I was
I'm like, okay, now I can pee.
when I would shower, I would always shower like this way, where like I would always be able to see the outside, so I would never like wash my hair to where the water would go over my face. Because I was like, I need to make sure I could see if something like. But I think that was from like scary movie shit or some shit.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, because I was.
I was afraid of ghosts, man, but you were afraid of an actual, real human being being in your house.
My mom lived in a haunted apartment, so she told us these stories when we were kids, so we were fucking terrified.
You lived in paranoia all your life, bro.
She told us this one
so
story.
much more sense about Alex.
So they had to bring like someone to the house, right, to like unhaunt it or whatever the fuck it's called.
Bless it, bro.
Yeah. But so, you know, there's just the normal stories. They said, they claim when they were all sitting watching TV, their ashtray started spinning.
Oh, God.
And then all of a
The
sudden.
normal stories.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like that's a normal ghost.
That's a normal ghost shit.
But then also, like, she said at random times it would just get pitch cold and then just warm again. And they would just like hit and then go away, hit and go away.
It's the energy, bro.
And then she used to sleep in a room, and her cat always slept in her room, and then just randomly the cat would just and then chase something out of her room. And like every once in a while she said she would feel this, like on her chest, and the cat was over here, and so like that was just normal ghost stories. But the crazy one that got us scared as kids was that she told us when the people came in to like ask, you know, to cleanse the house or whatever. My mom had this story. She said, I went down into the basement, and right when I got to the last step, it felt like someone pushed me off. And she said it felt weird, so she went and grabbed her stuff, and she said it felt like someone kept like touching her and poking her. So she went up, she's like, I literally told not a single soul about that. She's like, so when the guy was there and he was talking to like the people that were haunting the house, he goes to my mom, he's like, oh, so about the basement. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, the little boy told me like he was trying to play with you, so he pushed you off the last. Oh my God. So we were fucking terrified as kids, like, what the fuck? And then my mom's telling us, she's like, yeah, I woke up one night and I swear, because we got our house built in Levine, and it used to just be like pitch dark. There was no like street lights or anything like that, so you could see all the stars, which was pretty cool and shit. But she's like, I woke up one night and there was a guy standing, and it looked like he had just had this huge hat, but all it was a shadow. We're like, it's our new house, and you're trying to like scare the fuck out of us.
Damn.
Maybe it was Pharrell.
Yeah. All of a sudden, that song started playing. Everybody was happy and shit.
Damn.
That one scared us the most because we're like, she's like, I swear on my life, I told no one about the basement, but this guy knew exactly what happened in the basement. I was like, fucking man.
Spirits, bro.
That's crazy.
So Alex had all the scary stories.
Yeah, dude, I'm like getting chills over here. Like, you're like, this is normal. I'm like, motherfucker.
Scary life, fine mom.
It was yeah.
That's the trade-off. That's the trade-off you get, dude.
Dang, man.
I had one that was like pretty scary at the time, but looking back, it was just like more like severe bullying. And I was like, I had a fallout with some people that I was hanging out with. And then they wanted to like be friends again, right? But I didn't know they were plotting against me to basically get revenge. So I forgot what we fell out about, but I was like in 6th grade, and then these guys were like freshmen in high school. Or
Mafia
like,
Joe, dude.
yeah, it's baby shit, right? But that's when we started smoking weed and tagging and doing all kinds of stuff already. And then I remember like they came over, like, and we hung out, and they're like, hey, we should just have a sleepover and then just hang out. And I was like, at this point, I was like, oh, we squashed it. We're friends again. Let's do it, right? And then so like I go over with my backpack full of clothes and shit, and I think like we're just gonna, I don't know, smoke weed and hang out. So we get high, and then he pulls out like a knife that he stole from my fishing tackle box. It was like this buck knife. It was really nice. My dad bought it for me for my birthday. And he's like, damn, look at what I found. It looks just like yours, huh? And then they grabbed me and they stuck it to my neck. What? Yeah. And then they're like, we could fucking kill you right now, you know? And I was all like, fuck. Like, I was like, don't kill me. And I don't know. Like, at that point, I'm like, what? 6th grade, right? Was that 12 or something? 11. Yeah. 11, right? 12. They're laughing. Like, they're probably just like bullying me. But in my head, I'm like, these fuckers are gonna assassinate me.
Yeah, you think you're gonna die?
And I'm high off my fucking brains, bro. So I can't believe what's happening. So I'm just high as fuck. And then like it's killing my high. I'm like sobering up.
First off,
That's why he's mad. He's like, man, y'all killing my high.
Trip, bro.
Yo, this is fucked up.
They stick it to my dick and they're like, "You want this shit back?" And I'm all like, "Yeah, man, it's a fucking gift from my dad. What the fuck? You stole from me." And then they're like, "All right, cool, throw these on." And then they put on, they threw boxing gloves at me, and they're like, "You're gonna fight every single one of us." And I'm like, "You guys are fucking 9th graders and shit, 10th graders, and I'm a 6th grader." So I was like, "Fuck it, bro." And then like I just fought every single one of them. Afterwards, one of the dad came home and he came with the little brother, and then they saw that we were boxing in the backyard, and they saw I had like tears in my eyes and shit, and he's like, "What are you guys fucking doing?" Right? And then he knew we were all high, whatever. But you know me, I'm like, I ain't no fucking rat, right? So I'm like, we're just playing. You know that shit goes down, like they fuck with you, and then like when the adult comes, everyone's like scared and shit, and you're like,
everyone's right.
"Oh no, we're cool." And he knew. Like he came up to me, he's all like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, is everything? You okay?" And then I'm like, "I'm not gonna fucking rat, I ain't no fucking bitch." And I'm just high, eyes all red. I'm like, "What the fuck? I can't even think." And I'm like, no, it's cool, whatever, right? And then he's like, "All right, well, okay, you guys have fun." And then he goes in the house, right? And I'm like, "Fuck, I needed to be rescued and shit." Somebody save me, fuck.
I know that feeling.
But then at that point, like you know, they got bored, or it was just like, we're not gonna fight anymore, or whatever, right? And then like they had the bright idea to go to a fucking abandoned house, right? So they're like, let's go fucking ghost hunt or whatever. Yeah, it's cool now, right? So we hopped the fence to a back alley. We went to this house that was abandoned and they were just fixing. And then like, I ain't no fucking idiot, right? I was like, I know what you guys are gonna do. You guys are gonna hide in the corner, try to fuck with me and scare me. And then like, no, we're not doing that. We're just trying to look for things. And then like when I was there, I heard them. They're like, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know? And I was like, man, fuck this shit. So like, I was like hella blocks away from my house. But I just like went to the corner and I just hopped the fence and I just booked it all the way home. Yeah. And then like I left my backpack, everything. I just knocked on my door, and then my parents opened up the door. And then in my mind, all I could think about is like, man, my cousin knows gangs, and like we could kill them. Like we're gonna fucking kill them. And then so like all I could think of obsessively was the revenge and how I'm gonna get these fuckers back. And after that, they jumped me a couple times because they caught me slipping alone. But that was like years of paranoia of like, they're gonna catch me on the streets. And they caught me a couple times. I fucking fought, but like I didn't have backup. And I'm like, oh shit, no wonder I wanted to join a gang. Cause it's like, if I join the gang, then I have a way to retaliate and kill these fuckers. Yeah. So I'm like, man, but that was like a pretty scary moment, because you just never knew when they were gonna catch you.
Yeah. Damn, what a bunch of lame 9th graders, huh?
I know, right?
With a 6th grader?
6th grade, 7th grade.
Losers, dude.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fucked story, man.
Do you know their names, full names?
Where do they work
I don't want to
at?
give them fame.
Twitter handles, you know?
Let's go fuck them up.
I'll go box him.